Massive debate raging throughout the country because a large number of countries that belong to the OIC, Organization of Islamic Countries, have come out and attacked India, saying that Islamophobia is rife in India. Why? Because they felt that the focus of the state and of the commentariat as a whole on the role of the Tabligis was wrong in spreading coronavirus, that it reeked of some sort of a agenda against the Muslim community. On the back of it, viewers, the OIC said that India is moving very quickly towards a majoritarian outlook. 57 Muslim nations decided to lecture India. Well, today, the NDA, led by the Minority Affairs Minister Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi, has hit back at this grouping of Islamic nations, saying that India is a heaven for Muslims. Within minutes of making that statement, there have been reactions. First, listen to what Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi said.
देखिए, भारत अल्पसंख्यकों के लिए, मुसलमानों के लिए स्वर्ग है। सेकुलरिज्म और हार्मोनी और टॉलरेंस आल्सो, वो कोई पॉलिटिकल फैशन नहीं है, बल्कि परफेक्ट पैशन है, और उस पैशन के जुनून और जज्बे के साथ हम काम कर रहे हैं। हिंदुस्तान का मुसलमान, हिंदुस्तान का अल्पसंख्यक, हिंदुस्तान के समाज का सभी वर्ग खुश है और वो उस खुशहाली के साथ अपनी जिंदगी को आगे बढ़ा रहा है। और जो लोग इस तरह के माहौल को खराब करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, वो किसी भी तौर से हिंदुस्तान के मुसलमानों के दोस्त नहीं हो सकते।
Now, viewers, you heard Mukhtar Naqvi. The reaction, of course, has been predictable. A section of those who call themselves human rights activists within the Lutyens circle have come out and said that the NDA or the state cannot today suggest, even remotely, that India is secularly disposed in a manner that it secures Muslim rights. Now, where is this criticism coming from, first of all? Let's go one by one. Pakistan is a member of the OIC, viewers, the Organization of Islamic Countries. The UN report says the violent persecution of 6.2 Baluchis go on in Pakistan. A vast majority of these individuals are Muslims. Pakistan's first Sikh cop has been assaulted, turban ripped, later he was sacked. EU reports abductions, forced marriages of minorities. These are the countries giving us a lecture. Saudi Arabia crushes free speech, admitted to 2018 killing of journalist Jamal Khashoggi, mocks women's rights, male guardianship, man's approval to marry, travel, etc. for women. Houthis have been massacred. The United Nations says 6,592 have been killed, 10,471 injured in 90 unlawful attacks. This is Saudi Arabia. Indonesia. I mean, the list is long. Indonesia, 2016, violent eviction of over 7,000 heretical Ghafatars. They said these people are heretical. Evict them. Islamic groups fatwa on Ghafatars, Ahmadiyas, Christians. In 2005, then President vowed action against deviant beliefs. So anyone who didn't prescribe to their view of Islam is a deviant. Take action. Iraq. I don't need to go into all these details, but they're there on your screens. ISIS genocide of Yazidis. It went on, sexual slavery, all sorts of untold crimes. Iran. Iran is no better. Ban on students from unrecognized religions like Baha'i in 2019. The list is very long, viewers, as I'm telling you, and I just want to ask some basic questions today to all of those who seem to suggest that India is not, in fact, secular and protects its minorities. On what basis are they making these allegations? A.N. Shamsheer and Tanveer Ahmed. A.N. Shamsheer, MLA of the CPM from Kunnur. Tell me, Mr. Shamsheer, why do you believe that India cannot say it is a haven for minorities, sir?
Look, what's happening in the Modi regime. Number one, Modi's regime in 2014 and 2019. What's happening? The Muslims are under threat, and also Muslims are losing their trust in the government. What's happening? You mentioned about OIC. I'm quoting one report. U.S. Commission on International Religious Freedom, U.S. CRIF, has also mentioned the Muslims in India in stigma stage. Why is so? They are segregating Muslims in Corona stage also. So there need a serious introspection from the government. What's happening? Muslims are being marginalized by the government. By 2019, they have got a clear majority. They put forward what happened in India. First, they taken the 370 Act, giving special status to Kashmir. After that, they passed a bill against Muslims.
370 Act, sir, is the most arbitrary, one second, sir, please. Let's not.
The bills has been passed against minorities and Muslims. So Muslims of India in the stage.
So India is the worst place.
So
So according to A.N. Shamsher, India is the worst place. Under Modi, it has become. One second. Okay, so that's what you're saying. Okay, let me bring in M.R. Venkatesh first. M.R. Venkatesh, how do you respond to A.N. Shamsher?
I think I should congratulate Shamsher ji for being a stress buster in this very, very difficult COVID times. I think he had probably had some weed in the morning that is manifesting itself in such obnoxious terms. I wouldn't expect anything better from him, knowing his track record either. Can he show me one Hindu in any Muslim nation who is elected as a representative anywhere in the world? Just let him, otherwise keep shut. Let him show me one place where a Muslim has been a Hindu has been a president of a Muslim majority country. Let him show one country where you can have such amount of Hindu temples like what we have here. Despite the Hindu majority, we have mosque, we have church, we have
put it out
at every mohalla.
Let's put it out.
Allow these people.
Let's put out the graphics.
We see that.
Reality and rhetoric. Let's compare it on our screens. I'll tell you, freedom of religion, fundamental right under Article 25, 28 of the Constitution. None of these OIC countries, at least a majority of them, can guarantee that under their constitution. Let's put out that. Nizam bhai, let's put it out, please. Muslim personal law allows Sharia compliance in personal matters. Doesn't happen. No. Personal laws in any of these Islamic countries, not allowed. Only the Sharia is applied. Muslim work participation rate in government jobs at 32.6%. Much above the Muslim population in this country. 6 Muslims awarded and hailed as Bharat Ratnas. 3 out of 5 Oscars won by Muslims.
Muslim has been killed.
No, one second. You can speak in this country, sir. You can speak in this country. If you were in China, you would have been in a concentration camp because you were a Muslim. You can speak in this country. You can come out and abuse the Prime Minister of this country. You can sit on national TV and rubbish India's record of upholding secular values and tolerance. You can do it all. Your life is not in danger. You try doing it as a Hindu in Pakistan, you will be killed. If you belong to the Sikh community, your gurdwaras will be defaced.
Sir, why Pakistan?
I'm asking a question. Whether it is a secular state or religious state.
Shamsuddin will butcher you if you are in Kerala. I can tell you this.
A large number of Malayalis, sir, work in UAE. They work in Dubai, where they are not even treated as first-grade citizens. You know this. You know this. Have you ever stood up, sir, and called upon the UAE to reverse their laws on immigration? No, you've not.
Look, Mr. Anger.
Don't look and tell. You need to answer, and I want to bring in Mr. Rajiv Pratap Rudy on this. Mr. Rudy, these individuals from the left, and I'm sure even from the JDS, will come out and say that India is no haven, that your minister is actually lying on your behalf. How do you respond to that?
I can say.
Well, I also read the statement or the Twitter tweet of the OIC nations, which comprises 57 countries across the world. And if we have to match the numbers, India is the second largest population of Muslims in the world after Indonesia. And the only thing which I would like to point out, if they are talking, I do not know why do they talk in such a manner, because this will not benefit the Muslim community at all. We have 3 presidents in India: Abdul Kalam, Fakhruddin Ali Ahmad, Dr. Zakir Hussain. We have the Chief Justices of India, Hamidullah Beg, Ahmadi, Altamaz Khan. We have actors, whether it is Shah Rukh Khan, Amir Khan, Salman Khan, or Saif Ali Khan. We have cricketers, we have musicians. Rahman is there, and you look at the people. We have chiefs of the Air Force, and what are they talking? When they talk like this, I think they are enemies of their community themselves, because when they speak like this, they are trying to segregate. They are talking about a minuscule of people who may be trying to create a wedge between the Hindus and Muslims in the country. India cannot think of a state with their partnership, and this is people like us, and this is what the BJP and the Prime Minister believes.
Do you agree, Shadat Poonawala?
Here are people.
Do you agree with what Mr. Rudy is saying?
Language, by speaking such language,
do you think that these examples he's citing
what they're ultimately doing is
are legitimate?
Creating that venom. Please go ahead.
Yeah.
No. Many Muslims will say, look, we've just witnessed
Rahul,
riots in
let me
Delhi
just
where
weigh
both
in on
Hindus
this.
and Muslims were killed, but the Muslims were targeted. They can say that Gau Rakshaks have come out and lynched us. How can you say that Muslims are living in a heaven in India?
Okay.
They can come out and say that there have been several riots post-independence where many Muslims have lost their lives.
Let me unpack this first. First of all, taking lectures on minority rights and human rights from the organization that's headquartered in Saudi Arabia is like learning the Quran from Satan itself. So I don't want to take that very seriously. I mean, a body which has Pakistan and Saudi Arabia as its members, and I'll say it more openly than Mr. Rajiv Pratap Rudy. Let me also say it that this is all emanating because the one-eyed secularists of this country are actually very upset that we are calling the Tabligh Jamaat out for its actions. Nobody is blaming the Tabligh Jamaat for the infection, but for the fact of their behavior towards the corona warriors. Now, the Pakistani government and Pakistani people are also calling out the Tabligh Jamaat's taklif. Are they Islamophobic? I, as a Muslim, am calling them out. Am I Islamophobic? Tabligh Jamaat does not equal to all Muslims. That's the point. There's no institutional discrimination against Muslims. There has never been. And had there been institutional discrimination, pray, why do you want the Pakistani and Afghanistani Muslims to be brought into India through the CAA law? But the problem is that today there is a vote bank virus. That vote bank virus is more important for some people, the one-eyed secularists, than the coronavirus. Therefore, how do you make Modi look bad? That is the only project. I want to ask you, Rahul, can any of these panel members give me one example of institutional discrimination during this entire corona period? That the Muslims haven't got the Ujjwala gas cylinders, that they haven't got the medical treatment. 1 in 3 is a Muslim corona patient, thanks to the Tabligh Jamaat. They've got the best medical facilities. And these people are out here. Let me give you one more anecdote. Rahul Shivshankar.
Would you like to respond?
I was called by a top. A personal anecdote. Can I share a personal anecdote, Rahul, before we move on? Can I give one anecdote?
Yes. Share your personal anecdote. Share it. Listen to it. Shamsheer, 1 minute, please. Listen to him.
Rahul,
yes.
Rahul, ever since this corona pandemic has taken place, a top leader of the RSS, maybe in the top 5, has called me and similar Muslim people like me, asking us that what can be done to help the community so that the fears that are there can be dispelled. Not a single secularity, not a single member of the left party, not a single member of the Congress has made this outreach that the so-called demonized RSS has made. The RSS is serving the people who are affected by corona or by the communities who are not getting the food. The RSS is reaching out. And these people want us to believe that it is a big bad wolf. I refuse to believe it. I put my country first, not my religion. That's the problem Shamsheer Alam has. That's the problem. He doesn't want me to do that.
Tanveer Ahmed, respond. Give one instance of institutionalized discrimination.
Firstly,
one.
Yeah, Mr. Rahul.
Don't talk
Rahul,
generalities.
firstly,
Get to the point.
OIC is 1 second, Shamsheer, 1 second. OIC is absolutely nobody. Indian Muslims are well equipped to really fight for their cause. The democracy has given them all the strength, all the dignity, all the honor to fight
Yeah, we all
to
know
get their
that.
rights.
Thank you, sir,
I don't
for not.
think we need
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Get to the point.
We absolutely don't need it.
Give me
And
one
second
example of
thing,
discrimination which is
all of a
institutionalized.
sudden, a great.
Come on.
No. Rahul, 1 second. Secondly, I see the great minister who wakes up from his slumber dream and talks about pro-Muslim. Where was he when the riots happened in Delhi? Where was this minister, Mr. Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi, when the lynching was happening, when he really didn't speak as a Muslim at all? Today he's speaking. One more thing I want to tell you, to all the Arab
viewers,
nation, Muslim
you are
nations,
hearing
Pakistan,
Tanveer Ahmed, the same Tanveer Ahmed that was giving a certificate to B.S. Yadurappa just about 8 minutes back on this same show. 8 minutes ago, he said, B.S. Yadurappa, who belongs to the BJP, who has been accused in the past of being communal in his outlook, was given a free pass, a certificate of governance, good governance by the same man from the JDS, who is now speaking to say that the state is actually prejudiced against Muslims. Now you just look at this. Look at this. In a matter of minutes, viewers, these individuals flip like a coin. I leave it to you to judge. We are going to